Hello, hello, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XI. So today, obviously it's just a little while after we've completed sortie, so, well, it's actually our second day of sortie, and I went in with my brother, and he showed me all the random things you have to do to get keys and doors and things, and apparently they go into your temporary items, and you get to, like, make love in the club because of it. Yeah, it's nice and cool and neat. But it's also time consuming. One of the objectives was literally to walk from the start of sortie all the way to like a teleporter on the other side of the map. And I do mean walk, you know, not run, like walk, like this. The entire way. If you go any faster than walking speed, including walking speed with movement speed plus gear, then you get fucked. And we did it. It took like 8 minutes or some shit. You know, you only got an hour in there, so every minute counts. But he said that we got all the temporary items that you need in sortie, except for the ones that require a full party to get. So I guess we're pretty good in that department. And even though we were collecting objectives and not just killing stuff, like I did last time, we still managed to get about 2100 Gallimaufry and Gallimaufry, or however you say it exactly. So that was nice and cool and good and all that. You son of a bitch. I ran all the way over here and you tell me that my shit's expired. I sniffle in your general direction, sir. No. I feel like Wings of the Gods zones have suffered the most with regards to campaign and what campaign expects of you, because like your medal expires like every 30 days, like literally just every 30 days it expires. And so like unless you're just constantly doing campaign, your medal's always going to expire. And this used to be extra bad because it used to mean that you would lose rank, but they changed that at least. But it also means that every time you come to campaign zones and you want to get sigil, you have to come and get an evaluation. And I guess the Rhapsody's key items fix this for us because we can get an evaluation every Earth hour. But, you know, like, originally it was like, you can only get an evaluation every 5 days. And so, like, you know, if you stopped doing campaign at all for, like, any long amount of time, then you'd lose your rank, and you wouldn't be able to evaluate for your rank for, like, another 5 days. So, to get maximum rank and keep it back in the old days, you know, you were basically doing campaign, like, non-stop. Which honestly was actually pretty easy back in the days. Like, you didn't actually have to like win the campaign battles, you just had to participate. There was all sorts of ways to cheese the experience, which I didn't know about most of these actually. I've heard about them secondhand. There's like buffs on people and even on yourself count for a lot. And then like I think bard songs count for a lot too, because they could go on the NPCs. So like you could just sub bard and sing any old song and get like max credit after like 4 or 5 songs or something. And then just go AFK in a place where you won't die. And a bunch of people apparently use that as a means to AFK level jobs via campaign. Which back then, you know, I was like, oh, why would you want to AFK do something, right? And the real answer is because you're busy. Like, you're a busy adult, and, like, you're playing at work or something. Which apparently a lot of tech bros do. I could, if there's one thing I could envy tech bros for, it's how easy it is for IT jobs to like work from home, or like, you know, be in the office and you're always on a computer. So like, you know, you set like stuff to compile, or like you're waiting on email or something, so you just pop into an MMO and like go do stuff for like 10 minutes, and then, you know, if you can, you know, it's ideal if there's content like a campaign where you could just go in, spam a few actions, get max credit, and then like park your guy behind a tree and go back to doing your work. But I've never experienced a job like that. Like, I've experienced jobs where like you can totally sandbag. Like, night auditor at the hotel was the last job that I worked before the position I'm in now, where I'm a manager. And you know, you're there overnight by yourself, and like you deal with hardly any guests, hardly anything outside of emailing the daily reports, or, you know, like revenues reports and stuff. So like that takes like all of an hour maybe, and then you just roll over the property management system at midnight and make breakfast at like 4 a.m. and that's like all your work for 8 hours. Like, it's actually just like spread out. It's actually like 2 hours of work, but it's 2 hours of work that has to occur, you know, at like the beginning of the shift and then like at the end of the shift, or middle end of the shift. And it's just like, it's not really until like 6 a.m. to where you'll really start encountering guests. So it's just sort of like sit in the back office or sit at the table in the lobby and just like diddle around on your phone or on your computer. And I abused the shit out of that. I watched movies and I played like emulated games on my laptop and stuff. I probably totally could have played 11. It just didn't. Like, 11's not a game that I've ever like tried to AFK my way through. Like, I mean, I'd be lying if I said I never like in campaign battle. Sometimes the fortification ones, especially in the dungeon areas, you could just stick your guy on a fortification and AFK, because he'd be beating on it with auto attacks, and like he's never gonna break it back in the day because he's doing like, you know, 1 to 5 damage per swing. But like you just AFK there for however long campaign battle lasts for. Most of the time you won't even get attacked by enemy beastmen. So like you just AFK and you're great. You're Ruby. You're awesome. But anyway, here we are in Sandioria past, and we're gonna start the quests that if we had aligned ourselves with Sandioria, and we're going through Wings of the Gods for the first time, we would have had to do these quests. But as we were aligned with Bastok, we do not have to do them. But we want to do them because they give us trusts, or they can give us a trust that we actually want to get. Watchdog Alley, huh? View the orc prisoner. Okay, sure, whatever. Oh, yep. And there, he looks caught all right. Oh, looks like there's 2 orcs. I didn't know that Sandioria took orcish prisoners. Guess it makes sense if you want to interrogate them. They are sentient. This orc appears to speak our language surprisingly well. You may approach if you wish. Blast! Someone's coming. Oh, wait, we're not done here, Darville! Hello, kind stranger. Listen to me, my tale, if it please you. I understand that you may be loath to believe one in my situation, but I am in actual fact an elven, a descendant of House Arshiat. This unlovely form is the result of a witch's curse. Behold this signet ring. It bears the coat of arms of House Archeon, and is all I retain of my identity. The symbol of a unicorn adorns the ring. The Temple Knights here. Before you was the merciful Sir Darville. He chose to believe my tale. He also chose to leave me with a ring of keys, including the one to this cage. Without a thought for his own position, Sir Darville is graciously allowing me one last look at the faces of my beloved family. Do not let fear make a mockery of his generosity. Yet when I reached out a hand to work the lock on the outside of the cage, I was stymied. These cursed orc arms are as thick as table hams. I cannot fit my limbs through the bars. I promise not to flee. Will you not open the cage in my stead? Nice try. I don't believe you. Piece of shit. My dear wife and doting child abide in my estate. If I might peek in, if only from the shadows, I must see my family once more while my heart yet beats. Nice try. Is this a butt down must situation? Look, I'm not opening the fucking gate for you, man. How many times do I gotta tell you nice try? I feel like we're gonna have to do it. Okay, I'm gonna tell him no like 3 more times. See if he gives up. Calm wind, you could just walk away. Come on, man. Okay, fine. Calm wind is dumb as a brick. Thank you. I shall return the keys myself. I cannot have the guards believing you aided in my escape. Now I must away before the alarm is raised. Blessed child of Latenna, if only I could meet you as my true self. He probably went to orc school or something. Okay. Leave the area and return to Louis Zard for another cutscene. Okay, so basically they're gonna figure out that we just fucking fucked with their orc prisoner. There is no other explanation, baby. I guess we might as well Bolter's roll, right? That's part of the reason why we're on Corsair. The other reason why we're on Corsair is because I used it for sortie, so my brother and I could actually get done with the shit that we wanted to get done with. Of course, my dumbass actually tries to roll 11s on Bolter's roll for some godforsaken reason, even though the lucky is 3, and also tries to shoot for 11s, and I rolled dice too close to the sun and double busted for the first time since like 2007. And felt pretty bad about it. It didn't slow us down much because we were in the middle of doing objectives anyway, but it was kind of like we could have had regain going. Oh. Then we did a bunch of Lady Lilith high tier battlefield on very easy. And between the two of us, we just basically spit roasted Lilith. She did not stand a chance. Ghost of a chance at all. Could have also taken Bard to sortie because it's got Chocobo Mazurka. But Bard songs take a little while to cast. Even with a fast cast set, unless you get an instant cast proc or you're under the effects of Troubadour. So, plus I like Corsair's aesthetic better anyway. badass pirate, regal pirate of a kingdom lost to time and the Empire. Oh, he released all the prisoners, huh? Supplied with a pinch of prison powder. We have a traitor in our midst. If the knights choose to do nothing, then the young griffins will take matters into their own hands. Exenmil and Alphonimile. Exenmil, leave military matters to your elders. Now return home and cease this unseemly conduct. That is your answer to everything, father. It is the same tired answer you gave when... Exenmil! Rahal, what is afoot? Bistillo's work is complete. Truly? Yes, we must make haste to the meeting place. It shall be the young griffins who end this war. The elders of this kingdom can be trusted to lace their own boots. Huh. His father looks exactly like him except wearing black armor. Who's that, you would ask? That, my friend, is Count Alphanmil M. Arshiat, a royal knight and lord of the territory of Norvalen. I have only myself to blame for the behavior of my son and heir. Ever since the incident when the Bloodwing Horde enclosed the capital in their merciless grip, the streets have grown increasingly dangerous. Our high-ranking knights are being targeted by Tonberry assassins, while General Moshand of the Temple Knights was slain not 3 days ago. And now we have this incident with prisoners running free. The security of Sandioria is compromised. We must all be on our guard. Dun dun dun. So the orc fucking lied to us. The Count has not had time to rest since the Battle of Jugner. If he had but mobilized a larger force during that battle, the Knights of Norvalen might still be with us today. With the loss of General Moshand, Count Arshiat will have a hard time coordinating the actions of the Royal and Temple Knights. It also appears we face a cunning adversary in the orcs. The prison break is truly of their making. Perhaps the young griffins will become our last bastion of hope after all. I jest, of course. Who are the young griffins? Merely a name those enthusiastic youths have given to themselves. They employ the small courtyard further into Watchdog Alley as a meeting place. I hear they don't appreciate intrusions into their territory. Alright, so... if you're not familiar, Exenmil, of course, we already have a trust of him from the present. He's the ballista director for Sandioria in the present. And in the present, he wields a lance and wears crimson scale mail. But, you know, you saw his father there wearing the black scale mail. This is 20 years prior, so he's a kid. And, yeah, so here we go. Pray tell, what is this curious bundle of half-inscribed souls scrolls you bear? No, I don't need that. I need to talk to you to actually do your quest line. Hold! There you are, intruder. This is the territory of the young griffins. State your business or be gone. Do you mind, Roland? You're awfully loud. It's very hard to concentrate. Now, if I push this while twisting that... The captain and lieutenant have returned. Young griffins, fall in! Captain Exenmil, Lieutenant Rahal, welcome back from your mission. At ease, Sentinel Roland. Engineer Bistillo. I'm quiet if you please, Captain. Oh, there, let's see this. Exenmil. What is it? We have an intruder. Why is there an elder here? Sentinel Roland, you have not forgotten the third rule, I trust. No, sir. The third rule of the Young Griffin Charter states that no elder may be permitted entrance into our territory. Why have you been remiss in your duty? You there! I know not your business here, but you are trespassing on young Griffin land. Be gone at once. Captain Exonmill! Now what? Royal Squire Altinia approaches. Well, well, are we playing nicely together? Your vigilance is to be commended, Sentinel Roulant. You honor me, Squire Altinia. Hello, is this a new member of your merry band, Exonmill? This cad? Most certainly not. He is trespassing on our territory. Is that so? Greetings. I am Altinia of House Burrell, a royal squire. And you are? A pleasure to meet you, Calmland. Squire Altinia, please interrogate the intruder elsewhere. Very well, no need to pull rank, Captain. Shall we speak where we shan't be disturbed? Where we shan't disturb our brave young knights? It appears some matter weighs heavily on your mind. The War Council come to order. You were taken in by an orc's trickery and aided in his escape. I find myself inclined to believe you. No one could invent such an unlikely tale. An orc bearing a unicorn signet ring and claiming to belong to House Arshiat, and then there's the matter of the Temple Knight Daravil and his ring of keys. But how could this orc have the signet ring of House Arshiat? It is carried on the person of Count Alphenmeal at all times. And why would Ser Daravil? I think I have an idea. Would you listen to my request, Calmland? I want you to act as the guardian for these children. With all the strange happenings about the city these days, I fear for their safety. I'd prefer to shoulder that responsibility myself, but my duties keep me busy. In return, I shall keep your part in the prison break just between you and me. Young Griffins, I told Calmland you would allow him to join your order. You what? Squire Altinia? That was not discussed. I shan't allow it. I support your decision, Captain Exonmill. As do I. This flies in the face of everything for which the young Griffins stand. We are unanimous. The risks of embracing an untested stranger into our order are astro... Pish-posh! Now stop being so unfriendly and welcome your new member. Now I must return to my post. I do not want to hear any bickering while I am gone. You cannot do this! Take this intruder with you! What do we do, Captain? Engineer Bistillo, is your project truly complete? Yes, Captain. I had to leave some of the finer details to an expert, but now that I think about it, the construction should not have been so complicated. The shell to start with. All I wanted to know is if it was finished or not. I know, Captain. I was merely testing your patience. You'll find the plumes d'or inside that box. Excellent. Intruder. I mean Calmland. I have devised a way to test your suitability to the young Griffins. Are you sure about this, Captain? Positive. If this new recruit can follow my orders to the letter, I may just find a place for him at the next council meeting. Listen up, recruit. I have a task for you. You are to distribute these plumes d'or to the elders we name. They're simply good luck charms. Sentinel Roulant, read aloud the names of our targets. Sir, yes, sir. Ahem. The targets are as follows. Count Alphonomil M. Arshat of the Royal Knights. However, he is quite busy, so is permitted to leave his charm with the city guard Louis Sward. Continuing on, Iron Ram Captain Rongalouts in Distaud. Royal Knight Sabilion. Royal Guard Lieutenant Filialai. He's on field duty, but he can be reached through Royal Knight Machinage. Or Machinage? I don't know. Temple Knight Darville. Out of the city? Then you are to leave it with Temple Knight Damn these French-ass names, they're hard. And lastly, Temple Knight Elnond and Temple Knight Ilus. 7 elders in total. You heard him, recruit. Deliver those charms on the double. Okay, you obtained 7 plumes d'or. Okay. Very well, very well. We'll just boogie around the city and look for these people, and of course Louis Sward was right here. Come on, just fall off there, Bolter's Roll. You can do it. Watchdog Alley, meow meow meow. An attractive brooch comprised of a gold feather and a single pearl. Is it a link pearl, or are they going to spy on the adults using these? Wish me to hand this to Count Arshiot. Very well. The captain of the young Griffins must worry for his father's safety. Dun, dun, dun. Dude, is our Bolter's roll, like, glitched? Is it just not gonna ever fall off? Because it was, like, on, or was supposed to fall off during the cutscene. Oh, that's one of them. That's one of them. Let's get it. Get it. Get it. Woo! The young Griffin sent you. I see a gesture of support from one knight to another. Simple knights must try to meet their high expectations. Good old Rongalouts and Destowed. Good luck charm from the young Griffins. I need nothing more than my sword to protect me from harm, and you can pass that on to those impudent young maggots. I suppose it was offered in good faith. I shall take it then. A charm from the young Griffins? Splendid. I shall wear it into battle with pride. Send my thanks to those thoughtful lads. Dude, our Bolter's roll is still on. I think it glitched out due to the cutscene. But you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it all the way up the butt! That was good. From the young Griffins? What a compassionate gesture. May Altana watch over their gentle hearts. Aww. Done. I don't know my way around Sandioria as well as I should. Of course, it's a little bit different in the past. You know, there's gates in the way of places, and people standing around in Bahamut suits, and me with an infinite Bolter's roll somehow. Ah, what a pretty feather. And this is for Sir Darville, you say? He will be thrilled, I am sure. Right, let's just try to roll it. Like, let's see what this glitch is gonna. Okay, that same roll is already active. So yeah, we we have found a glitch. We have found a glitch with Bolter's roll. Apparently, if you do these cutscenes with Bolter's roll active, it cannot fall off. Which, I mean, it's not that big of a glitch. But imagine if you could do that, and since it's supposed to be falling off, like it couldn't be dispelled, and it was like an attack buff or something, that would be pretty astronomical. One more Plume d'Or to give out. Damn French-ass plume. Now, it's been forever since I did these, so I don't remember them exactly. I remember Altinia being there. And is that Halvor's little sister still? Like, is she old enough that... Or is his sister just, like, named after her? I don't... Or is that his mom? I don't know. I don't think anyone had imagined that the scared beastmen would conspire to align with one another and then organize an offensive of all things. That must have been a great and evil charisma at work. Cool. Here, take this feather, stick it in your cap, and call it macaroni. Alright, Roland. No, stop talking about that. That's gonna get on my nerves. I think that means we could probably get a trust out of him too, or something. After we finish the quest line. Is everyone assembled? And what of the recruit? So you completed your mission. Very well, Calmwind. You have earned the right to attend our next council meeting. As much as I am loath this decision, a knight's word is his honor. And this is from Squire Altinia. I know not its use. Attention! The next war council will take place here at the usual time. Dismissed! So... Oh, Death Zone. That goes in Goblin things. But I think it drops out of other places, so it's probably not that big of a deal. Okay, so now it's saying you must wait one game day after completing Gifts to the Griffin in order to start this quest. Man, is there going to be a game day wait between all these? Okay, I don't think so, but... Man... Well, I guess we get to see if this Infinite Bolters roll will... Oh, there it goes. It's about time. I'm really starting to wonder. Let's see, we're about 30 minutes in. Day change is going to happen in roughly... what was it? 5 in-game hours. Each in-game hour is 2 minutes, 24 seconds, or something like that. Maybe it's 2 minutes, 42 seconds. Either way, it's going to happen in like 15 minutes. But... if that's the case, maybe we can go start the Winter's quests while we're waiting. Because we want to do those too to get a Rome Amigo trust. So, let's see. We need the teleporter. No floors roll. And I keep getting 6. I guess it's better than the unlucky number, but like it's not 3, so I'm a little bit irritated. Yeah, I think we'll be able to do these concurrently, so I guess if we run into game day waits, we just go do the other mission. Okay, zone into Windwaters S to receive a cutscene on an inky black Yagudo feather. This cutscene is triggered on your very first visit to Windwaters S, so we already have this, and this cutscene is talking about happened 8 gajillion years ago. The very first time we came here, so... Controller? Controller! Okay, so now we have to go talk to... It says Dia Prandala? Why does that name seem familiar? I swear that's the name of the Mithra we talked to in Adeline, where we bought the Aesthetis set to pose as one of those auction butlers. Maybe it's just similar. Somebody in his dual boxes are doing these as well. I've got a mess of mercenary Mithra coming in from Olshira I gotta deal with. I'm gonna make me a pretty cloak out of Yagudo feathers. Pluck, pluck, pluckety pluck! You never had any fashion sense. And here they are. Welcome to Windhurst! Mithra mercenaries, that's hot. I couldn't wait to try my hand at some of the fishing you got here. Kyo snagged a megalodon from the deck of the ship. It took her a good 3 wallops before it quieted down. Sounds like you had an exciting trip. This is the boss, Rome Amigo. So you're a Rome Amigo. I've heard tales of your ferocity. Now, there's no need for flattery. I can't roll my R's. Flattery. We're glad to have you aboard. but we're gonna have to call you something other than the Olsheron Volunteer Army, Mithra. Think of a name for your unit. You want us to decide right now? How about the Butterfly Battalion? Are you trying to kill the Yagudo with fits of laughter? Our company should have a vicious sounding name like the Terrible Tigresses. Yeah, I like that. Isn't that kinda... there's no change in your mind. Alright, Terrible Tigresses, it is. Welcome to Windurst. As you can see, the city was recently invaded by the Yagudo Theo military, and they weren't here for tea and crumpets. Federal forces do have the warlocks for this kind of thing, but they aren't exactly intimidating. That's where we come in. My Cobra unit and the Anaconda unit have been fighting over... or protecting the outskirts of the city. You girls have just arrived, so you can tag along with us until you get your bearings. And just so you know, the Cobras are the toughest and meanest soldiers in the Mithra mercenaries. You play with us, you play with poison. Just the way I like it. Show those beastmen how the Mithra crush their enemies. With pleasure. You're Romamigo of the Cobra unit? Who's this? I'm a Jito Mirajito, child genius. We're not playing games here, kid. Kid, you think me some bratty child? The Mithra mercenaries are as blind as the rest. Do you want to keep that tongue, brat? Enough. Aren't you Ministry Minister Zampa son? I'm not fond of ministry types. My father has nothing to do with this. I came here of my own agenda. I have news. The Yagudo are planning on something at Fort Karugo Narugo. Karugo Narugo? This is just some brat's prank, boss. It's exactly how the warlocks responded. But I've seen them with my own eyes. Great big Yagudo flying through the air. I'm observing the comet from the roof when I noticed the feathered beastmen soaring towards Karugo Narugo. You gotta be kidding me. Go on. And that's when I found... where is it? Huh? Aren't you the roadblock from earlier? Yes, this is it. Thank you. This fell from the sky. Take a close look. Ever seen anything like it? Is this a Yagudo feather? Yeah, think about it, boss. There was a report from the squad station in the Marifito Mountains. It said some real menacing-looking Yagudo. Downright frightening, apparently. They disappeared in the flicker of an eye, so most took them to be birdman illusions. Didn't think it worth mentioning till now. Neglecting to inform me of a potential threat, I'll mete out your punishment later. I'm so sorry, boss. Are you ladies ready to move out? Being cramped on the ship for so long, you bet. Now see if my blades have rusted in the sea air. Then assemble your unit and get moving. We'll join you after relaying this news to the Anacondas. Yeah, get your kit ready. Yes, boss. I wish I could go with them. Machito Marachito, I found you. Uh-oh, Professor Koromoru. You skipped out of Reno on my class for the last time. I just started around the corner and I was coming right back. I've had enough of your excuses. No more nice diddly ice guy. I'm done diddly decided. You're gonna stay at Reno in your room until you learn doodly, earn some respect-a-roo. You're gonna confide my genius? Exactamundo. Now come a-roo with me. Roadblock, I need your help. Have you seen a starfruit before? I've buried one in West Baruda. I want you to dig it up and bring it to the school. If any hip diddly happened to you, who knows what that Zamba Zippa would doodly do? Or say a-roo to me. No, this is a crime against free thinking! Okay, do you say anything else, Dia Prandala? Uh-huh. Okay. Seems legit. So apparently we have to go to the mystery spot at the top of Starfall Hillock in western Baruda S at I-6 to receive the small starfruit. Check the Alkalite Hostel in Winterswaters S at K5 to complete the quest. Okay, can we do all that in roughly 5 minutes before the day change occurs? Dun. Probably not. Well, with the zoning and all. Yeah, let me out of here, bitch. This is old news, baby. Also, the reason I was comfortable putting these off is you may have noticed earlier with the Bastock missions related to Wings of the Goddess, even though they're gated by how far you are into the story, they're not exactly part of the Wings of the Goddess's mission storyline. They're self-contained within the cities and the Crystal War, and you know, we never technically actually put an end to the Crystal War when we beat Wings of the Goddess. We just put an end to Lady Lilith's machinations. Like, we didn't go and beat the Shadow Lord. Like, we didn't go and do any of that. Like, we didn't stop the war. We just beat Lady Lilith. We got sidetracked, actually. Like, this is I-6. But how far on I-6? Okay. Mystery spot! Mystery spot! This is at the top of the hillock. So... there it is. Okay. Obtain key item, small starfruit. I'm gonna hear this music for a little bit, I guess. Much better than the mount music. Dude, another 6? I'm doubling up. Fuck you, game. I always enjoy how much more green and deeper green the past zones are. There was actually quite a few people back in the day who were super happy with Wings of the Goddess when it came out, because the Beastmen War, you know, it's tied to the intro of Final Fantasy XI. It's actually what a lot of tourists assume is the only storyline in 11, you know, Crystal War, and you know, it's interesting, like. I never had a problem with the other storylines in 11. Like, I didn't think they were out of nowhere or anything. Like, Rise of the Zealots, you know, connected to the Zealot zones and ruins that you find in those zones. Chains of Promathia is tied to Temnasia and the Prometheans and the Mother Crystals, the Crags. You know, I always thought the Crags were mysterious, and having a storyline take me inside of them into, you know, this dark shadow realm. I found that super compelling, and still do, actually. Like, oh, you didn't beat the day change, but it doesn't matter because we're gonna go back to the San Diego missions. Although we're only really gonna record for like another 10 minutes, maybe. I think. Totally turned to his studies. Roadblock, you're here. Kind of makes me want to make a character named Roadblock. Everything is falling into place, huh? So you're saying you didn't account for having a roadblock, though? I did domain invasion today, and I bought these bullets, these Valespa bullets. And you can see they have an extraordinarily high amount of damage and pretty good range accuracy, range attack. I'm sure they're not the best bullets around, but what I couldn't believe about them is a single stack, a single bullet pouch of them, cost 80 domain invasion points. 80! You run out of bullets, man. Like, come on, game. Why you gotta be like that? Okay, so that's first Winter's quest done, first Sandioria quest done. Let's go see how far we can get in the next Sandioria mission. Or, well, quest. These are the quests that happen between missions. So there's, you know, same amount as the Bastot quests, but, you know, we don't have, since we've completed Wings of the Goddess missions, we don't have any missions to cockblock us. Like, we don't, like, we can just get to do these back to back to back. And, I want to show them off, because I like the characters in them. And, I like the added info. I didn't know that Rome Amigo was part of the group that fought the Shadow Lord, in the, like, original story or anything. So having that information from Voracious Resurgence is like making me way more interested in the Windurst quest. Just getting to see her, that she's the leader of the mercenaries and whatnot. Okay, talk to Roland. Trigger a cutscene in the area and then talk to Roland for more dialogue. Okay, blah 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 blah. Alright, the War Council is about to commence, huh? Alright, front, let the council begin. First, I shall cover the intelligence report compiled by Engineer Bistillo. According to the information we gathered through the link, through our sources, our elders have learned that the Bloodwing Horde is occupying the western half of Battaglia Downs and are planning an assault on their position. The Bloodwing Horde, is that not the same very horde that lays siege to our capital? Indeed, this vicious army is led by Dog Videg, a massive orc often mounted on a buggard. The Royal Knights managed to beat them back from the walls. This orcish commander is considered so dangerous that a plan was devised wherein the Royal Knights and Temple Knights would fall upon the Bloodwings in a united attack. Such an operation could scarce fail. What befell? The operation has yet to be executed. What is the meaning of this, Rahal? Ever since the assassination of General Marchand and, Engineer Bistillo, if you would be so kind. Before the opening of hostilities, many of the knights who supported this operation had fallen prey to a succession of assassinations. This has naturally led to a serious delay in the mobilization of the troops. And now the first cooperative operation since the start of the war is no longer confounded. This is what happens when you leave matters to those squabbling fools. And now this Dog Videg is roaming unchecked. Then our duty is clear. We shall defeat these fiends ourselves. Tomorrow we march to Battaglia for Operation Clean and Sweep. Captain, in this case, Clean and Sweep is not entirely accurate. One moment. How, in the name of the goddess, are the young Griffiths supposed to triumph over an enemy the Royal Knights fear to tackle without the support of the Temple Knights? We shall decide that on the field. Captain Examil, Royal Scar Altinia approaches. How fare you, young Griffins? It seems calm wind has been accepted into your ranks. What befalls? The silence speaks volumes even if you do not. This better not be some reckless new plan in the making. Your decision to scout out Giga's activity on Garelvan Isle was the last straw for my support of your operations. We were planning nothing of the sort. This is more of a clean and sweep. Clean and sweep. You see, Captain, as I stated before, clean and sweep is not... We need to clean up this territory. The mess is unbefitting of a knightly order. Exactly. What are you waiting for, Griffins? Brooms, rakes. I want this area spotless. That is a relief. I thought for a moment you meant clean and sweep in military terms. Very well. I shall leave you to your most important operation. Keep an eye on them, Palmwind. Phew, that was close. If Altinia knew of our plans, she would shirk her duties just to thwart us. Calmwind, be warned that if you so much as entertain the thought of betraying us to Altinia, your place in the young Griffins is forfeit. The eyes front. Operation Clean and Sweep commences at first light tomorrow. Dismissed. Okay, so we have to apparently zone now, and then zone back, and then touch butts. So I guess the quickest way will be to warp, and then to teleport back. But like I said, I don't want to hoard too much longer, so... Swing. Look at all those real players. AFK, maybe slightly about to walk around. Aww. Well, more speed is more speed. See, every time we talk to him, isn't he? Rendezvous with the main force. Okay, so now we have to go to Jugna Force S, and from East Ron 4S, upon entering, a cutscene will play, zoning into Jugna Force S. By any other route will not trigger the cutscene. The fastest way is the survival guide to East Ron 4S. That's the most direct route. Well, I guess there's a survival guide here that we can use, so we don't have to warp back and use Bastok mines. It's kind of nice, I suppose. Of course, I'm not sure how long these next cutscenes are, so... Maybe we'll get a cool cutscene, though, and it'll be short. Although usually that's not the case with cool cutscenes, they're usually not short. No, we don't want to go north, we want to go... Calm wind, the plan has gone awry. We were trying to reach Battalia down through the forest, but we were set upon by orcs. Eh? Exit Mill! He was right behind us. He must have been separated. Or we must have been separated. Uh-oh. We have you now, little rabbit. Who has who? I shall slay you myself. Haha, careful, the little rabbit has fangs. Fangs I'll be happy to pull. Kragvag hag, Zakvag zag. Glog dred brook dgnak. Like follow the others? Oh, little rabbit, it's your lucky day. You only have 2 orcs to face. Kalek drogvek vak brok krek. He says he wants to slice your impudent hide in the stripes for his pet vulture. Or perhaps not quite so many words. Vak brok greg! Vak brok greg! If you're not the blade of a child. Something familiar about you. Those eyes. The rest of you return to Sandioria and fetch reinforcements. Find Squire Altinia! We were ambushed to the east of here. Exit Mill cannot be far. Okay, so you saw the cutscene. He's by the lake. I got enough time for us to go save his ass. Why not? I believe it's that tree stump we've used for like every quest that's taken place over here. The one that's like next to the regal paw prints or whatever. At least I think it is. I hope it is. Crack, crack, crack! Calm wind. Exit Mill! Rahal! Exit Mill. Yes, those eyes, you are him, only... I found you, Exit Mill. Im Arshiat. Speak not my family name, Kerr, and I am not yet... Another face I recognize. You're the kind stranger that helped me escape from my cage in Sandioria. You helped an orc escape? My apologies, but after leaving my confinement, I recalled a rather important fact. I was not, in actual fact, one of the barbaric Elven. I've always been the glib-tongued orc you see before you. My friend here is hungry for blood. Perhaps you should dine on this unappetizing fool before we begin on the main course of tender rabbit. Okay, I get the point. Can we just fight? Come on now. You're gonna get your shit kicked in because I'm item level, but you know. Quick draw McGraw. Let's see. Orcs don't do well with water, I don't think. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe we need some thunder. Okay, maybe I need a better quick draw build. Easy enough. Dreads, the only blood spilled here was yours. They do say the weak bark more than they bite. Nexon Mill, one day I will come for you. I will have my revenge! Children, are you unharmed? Altinia. There may be more orcs lurking in the underbrush. I leave the children in your care, squire. What is it, Exon Mill? Exon Mill. I should have known something foolish was afoot. I fair killed my chocobo on my rush across Lethane. What do you expect us to do when our elders sit around arguing politics while orcs run rampant? Exon Mill, if only you knew how much your father, the Count... If only you could have a care for your own safety. I'm glad to find your hole and not hanging over some orc's cooking fire. Thanks, Calmwind. Who knows what grisly scene may have greeted me if you had not chased after these reckless fools. Calmwind! I'll have you know I would have defeated both those fiends without your intervention. Besides, what sort of buffoon is taken in by an orc's promises, however glib? You were easily fooled. But you follow a code of honor nonetheless. You had yet to gain my full trust, but you were permitted to attend the next war council. In fact, that's an order from your captain. Aw, he likes us. You should feel honored, Calmwind. It is rare an elder enjoys such praise from young Exenmill. Perhaps it is time you knew more of the child's background. Exenmill is breath of a mother. Ah, so he's undergoing motherless behavior, huh? I know not the finer details, but she was slain by an orc that had infiltrated the capital. It was at a time when his father was absent on military duty. As you can imagine, Exenmill has had little respect for the competence of his elders since then. Yeah, I'd be the same. Ah yes, I also meant to investigate the typical knight you mentioned. From what I have learned so far, this Darville's history has a blemish or two. But aside from that, how did those boys learn of the orcish host's movements? Here, please accept this in payment for your vigilance. I will escort the children back to Sandioria. Well, clearly they got their info from those link shells we pinned on the knights. Assuming I'm able to catch them. Have they learned nothing from this ordeal? Thank you again, Calmwind. Be on your guard in this forest. Young Griffins, your next operation will be to clean and sweep the Royal Knight's barracks! Alright, well, that's about all the time I have for recording today. So next time we'll do more Sandioria quests in the past with the young Griffins. And learn more about Exenmill, and perhaps his father, and perhaps the other young Griffins. Which, if you noticed, Rahal is one of them, and he's the modern-day leader of the Royal Knights. So, there's that. Anyway, thanks for watching, stay safe, and have a great day.